What a beautiful airplane. Bob Rose modified Grega GN1 air camper that he built back, I think it was in the early 80s. And like I've said before, Bob was my mentor. He taught me how to build airplanes. And, at the time, Bob was so crippled up with rheumatoid arthritis that he could just barely get around in a wheelchair. And yet he was out there every day working on this thing. And then after this, well, actually he built three. Four. Two steel tube fuselages and two wooden fuselages. And then after this, he built a biplane called the Rose Sport. And by that time, he was so messed up that, his wife would have to come out there and hammer nails for him. I grew up in a time, it was the late 60s. I started flying in 79. I was just a teenager then. 69. And, it was a different time back then. All the airports were open. You didn't have fences all around every airport. I remember, there was Russell Airfield out here. There was Luck Airfield. There was Oak Grove over here. And across town, there was Saginaw. There was Mangum. There was Pylon. Then there was Cleburne and Blackwood. And every one of them, if you could get to it as a kid, you could walk right in and go right up to the airplanes and bum rides. Oh man, I became an expert at bumming rides. But long gone are those days. A kid could go onto the airport and daydream and interact with the pilots. They were your heroes. They'd put you to work too, waxing, washing the airplanes, running errands, doing all kinds of stuff. And you do that all day, and in the end you'd get a 30-minute ride. Oh, it was heaven on earth. It was great. But long gone are those days. And even if the airports were open, I don't know if the kids nowadays, they don't even go outside. They're all stuck with their cell phones and their computers and their social media, and it just seems like a waste of young lives to me. So, Bob mentored me when I was a kid or a young man. But, and now all those guys, Bob Rowe, Ned Kinsinger, all those old timers, Bob Bransom, doggone, they're all passed away now, and that era is gone, and I just feel an empty spot in my soul because of that. And now here I am, the old man. I'm 61 years old, and I've offered to mentor kids, but nobody wants to. Nobody's interested. I'd love to find a young man that's just crazy about airplanes like I was, and take him under my wing, teach him how to build airplanes, just give him a chance, like I had. If it wasn't for airplanes, I probably would have been a hoodlum. And that's no joke. I grew up in a less than ideal situation. But anyway, good Lord saw fit to put airplanes in my life, and it's made all the difference. Today is EAA meeting. I'm here a little bit early. It's 10 till 11. I need to get over there and start setting up. But I guess this is going to be our airplane for the day. Jim and I went to Brownwood last weekend and picked this up and flew it back. We flew my Cub down, and Jim flew the Grega back, and I followed him. And we were supposed to take it to the new owner today. He lives in Tyler, but the weather kind of looks iffy, so we have a tentative date to go tomorrow. So we'll see how that works out if the weather cooperates. I hate to see the old airplane go. I wish I could have bought it, you know. But maybe the new owner will give it a good home. I think he probably will. And it's sad in a way because this will probably be the last time I'll ever see this airplane. And, you know, it's kind of a gut wrench, really. What a magnificent airplane. Bob was a magnificent builder. Here's to you, Bob. I hope you're in heaven building airplanes and happy. About 2 months ago, I was out on the north side, and I thought, well, you know, I was over there near, I think it was 28th Street, and I thought, I'm going to go see if I can find Bob's old house. I haven't been over there in probably 35 years, maybe more. And man, I went right to it. Somebody else is living there now, but the old place is still there. His workshop, you know, I painted that workshop. He hired me to paint the workshop for some butyrate dope and some grade A cotton. That turned out to be rotten. But that was okay. Here's to you, Bob.